Hi everybody, I'm going to do a quick tune-up video on my Echo SRM-225 string trimmer. So this is the kit that you can buy at Home Depot. It comes with a spark plug, a fuel filter, and an air filter. And it's called the Emissions Tune-Up Kit. So, I'm going to put the on the tripod here. So this is the air filter. So this is the air filter right here. It's under this cover. And for this job, you're going to need a wire here. It's just a piece of coated copper wire here. And I'll show you what that's for later. But to take the air filter out, you just unscrew this knob here. And then the air filter is going to be right here. And here's the new air filter. So I'll open the package here. So here's the new one. That's the old one, this is the new one here. So put the new one right there and close up the air filter cover. And this part right there goes towards the back here where the choke lever is. So then I'll put the cover back on. And so now you want to do the fuel filter, which is going to be inside the fuel tank. There. So I'll open the fuel cap here. And then you want to take the wire here that you have bent. It's usually easier if you pull the fuel cap off first. It just has a little retainer that goes in the fuel tank, but so I'll set that there. And then you want to grab the longest black fuel line that's in there. And I'm going to grab a rag real quick because it's going to drip a little bit of fuel out. And you're going to be careful about what surface it gets on. I'm going to grab a rag right now and put some gloves on. I don't want to get fuel all over my hands. But I'm just grabbing a rag right now. Trying to find one. So, got my rag. And you can see this is the fuel line right here. So you just want to set this rag below where the fuel line is going to come out, and it'll just pop out and then there's the fuel line. It's this, or the fuel filter. That's this part right there. So there's going to be a little ring around the edge. I don't know if you can see it. That ring, you want to just slide back. Maybe not, but well, that ring is what's holding the fuel filter on the fuel tank. Let me grab a flathead screwdriver. And I'll pop it off here. There. Oh. And the ring may fly off like it just did. This is the little ring right here in my hand. So the ring will probably fly off, but here's the old fuel filter. You can see it's kind of dirty. There's a little bit of dirt there. And there's a dead bug and some dirt in the bottom of the fuel tank. So I'm going to drain that out and put some fresh fuel in that. Because that could be why it's not running well. So let me set you up on my chair right now. Maybe not right there, but let's see. There. I'm gonna grab my fuel tank. If you grab the lead pump or the fuel pump on the bottom. Okay, so I got my fuel. That's my. Huh? Yeah. And now I got my funnel. Let's see. Here's my funnel. This is the fuel tank I drained all the bad gas into from when I take stuff out. Okay. So now, can you hold that camera and do your stuff? What I'm doing?
Oops, sorry.
Huh?
Never mind.
Okay. So I'm going to drain the fuel into the fuel tank here. Out of the fuel tank on the trimmer. And I'm first going to stick this fuel line back in. And drain it real quick. I don't know how a bug got in there, but there was a bug in there. Alright, so now that I got that drained out, I'll just set that there to dry out. And stick that back on. Screw it back on. Alright, now let's go back into the shop and we'll do this again. I'll do this. There. Okay, so got the fuel drained out. It was kind of a mess or dirty. Let me grab a pair of pliers and see if I grab that fuel out of the tank. So I got my pair of long needle nose pliers. Now let's go in and reach this fuel tank or fuel filter or fuel line. And so now it's sticking out right here. So let me get the new fuel line or fuel filter. So this is the new one. May look a little bit different. It's a bit bigger than the new one or the old one, but it's fine. So got the. You want to be sure to put that ring on first, or it's gonna be kind of a pain because you have to take the fuel filter off. So slide the ring back a little bit so that the fuel line or fuel filter can get on there. Then you can just slide the ring back over the this. Slide it back down the fuel line and make sure it's nice and tight on there so that, and it should look like this when done. The ring is right there. So now you want to stick that back in there. Make sure it's not all tangled up in there. Let me grab my hook again. So there's the new fuel filter. I'm just going to stick it back in there. Make sure it's at the bottom of the tank and it's not, the hose is not kinked, or the line is not kinked. So now I decided I'm going to replace the spark plug while I'm at it. So, can you hold this and show the spark plug? Got my shop assistant here.
Hey.
So the spark plug is right here. So you just want to remove the boot off of it. And here's the new spark plug. Can you see it? Keep it zoomed out. There's the new spark plug. And for this particular one, for this particular string trimmer, it's an NGK BPM8Y. And I'm going to grab a spark plug wrench. Alright, so I got my spark plug wrench here. So I'm just going to remove it. Can you come over here and show? Maybe kind of tight, but there. So I got the old spark plug here. Keep it zoomed out, right? So that's kind of a messed up spark plug there. It's kind of white and fouled. That's what a new spark plug should look like. So anyways, you're going to stick the new spark plug in there. Be sure not to cross the threads or you have to buy a new block for your motor, which is not cheap. So if you cross the threads, it messes the motor up, the spark plug hole. And then you have to buy a new block, like I said. So just tighten it. So that's tight there. So now you want to stick the, set it back over here. Set it down. There. So now this is the fuel cap here. Right here. And then this is the retainer thing. It just kind of sticks right, or let me clean that. Can you grab another rag, please? I'm going to clean this dirt that's around the fuel cap here. Sock. So I'm going to clean up the dirt around there. And then I will put some fuel in it and try it out. Oh, so I got my sock here. Try not to get any dirt in the fuel tank because it was just got a new fuel filter. So just kind of get all the dirt around there away from the fuel cap area. And you can kind of see the grommet there is kind of cracked right along the edge there. But I'm not going to replace it yet because I don't need to yet. But anyway, so you just kind of bend that retainer back into the fuel tank. Make sure it's like that. There. And there we go. So now I'm going to have my assistant again get the camera and hold. Oh, and be sure to reconnect your spark plug boot. So I'm going to get my assistant to bring the camera back over here.
Here we go.
Hold it, just hold it. See that? Okay. Can you come up to the thing while I'm filling it up with some fuel? So this string trimmer runs on 50 to 1 here. So I got my can of 50 to 1. You can kind of see it, but I'm just going to put a little bit in it because I don't use the string timer very much, but just enough to start it. So, I'll put that in. Let me put my gas on back. Okay, so, be sure to close up the fuel cap. There. And put this bucket back. Alright. So, now, got this. Can you see that?
There we go.
Can you see it?
Yep.
So you want to turn on the the stop switch, then prime it about 10 times. Alright. Then after a little bit of it warming up, you can put the choke down. That seemed to fix the problem of it not accelerating very well. But yeah. So what I did is I put a new fuel filter in, a new air filter, and a new spark plug, and drained the fuel out because it had some bugs in it. But anyways, if you have any questions, write them below this video. As always, comment, rate, subscribe, and send some video suggestions. If you see something in the background you want to see, or if you want to if you have a small engine question, I may feature it in a video of small engine questions. So as always, comment, rate, subscribe, and we will see you later.